It is Sunday, and you know what Sunday means. Sunday means playoffs in OOTP. Welcome to another edition of Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team 23, and you are watching the Gladiators take on Gold 301. Just booted up the game. I haven't been on in about 24 hours, so no idea where we're at, although I do see that we are on October 10th, so we are already into the playoffs. I don't know how we are doing or how we did on the season. I know we made the playoffs because we had a huge lead. You know what? Let's go and take a look at our highlights of our last game. If we win, that's good news. If we lose, maybe we're already bounced out of the playoffs. Let's take a look how the Gladiators do in this game. We are taking on, looks like Riverbend, and we are at home. So it is already bottom or top of the fourth, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Jim McCormick delivers a strikeout to end the inning. Wow, I love the delivery on that pitch. Okay, so we escaped a potential jam there. We are now in the bottom of the fifth. Gladiators at bat. Frank Baker, one of our really good players this year. Left-handed batter taking on Kid Gleason for River. Let's see how we go. The Royals deliver the pitch. Baker hits it down the right field, center right field. He's caught in a rundown. Baker is heading back to first, and he slides in and tagged and out. Base running error there for Mr. Baker. Well, would have been nice to have someone on there. We head to the top of the sixth. No one out. 2-1 count on the Royals. McCormick still on the mound, a scoreless game. Here comes the pitch, and it is hit down the third base line, and an easy double play for the Gladiators. Escaped another one there. Back to the top of the seventh. Low scoring, low hitting game. 3 hits against 6 hits for the Gladiators. McCormick on the mound. Mule Suitors at the plate. Here's the pitch. 1 out, and Suitors hits it down the right field line. It's kind of deep, but not deep enough. And that is going to be retired by Walker. All right, we are now the bottom of the seventh. Gladiators have a runner on first. Joe Mauer's on first. Frank Baker back at the plate to redeem himself. Here comes the pitch from Gleason, and Baker hits it down the left field line, and it drops for a single. Mauer stops at second. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Let's see if it carries us into the next batter or takes us to the next potential situation. Here we go. Baker at first. Mauer at second. Richie Ashburn at the plate. Gleason still in the game for the Royals. Here comes the pitch, and it is hit down the right field line, but caught. Aaron makes the catch, and that is 2 out in the bottom of the seventh. King Kelly at the plate. I like this matchup. Kelly against Gleason. 1 ball, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch to the King, and the King hits a weak grounder to third and is retired on the play. Still scoreless after 7. Next, we're going to head into, looks like the top of the 8th. Full count, McCormick is still in the game for the Gladiators. Joe Mauer at the plate for the Royals. Here comes the pitch to Mauer. Hit down the center field, the line, I guess not a line, but hit down center field. Drops in for a hit. And the Royals now have 4 hits on the game. All right, we head to still the top of the first. Runner on second. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. It's a bunt, and it is caught. Not a real good bunt. Sisler anticipated that and came in for the catch. That was a wasted opportunity for the Royals. 1 out, 1 strike. Maurer on second. Schalk at the plate. McCormick still in the game. Here's the pitch. Hit down the first base line. Easy retirement. But Maurer takes third. So now the Royals have a runner at third base with 2 out. Paul Hines at the plate. McCormick still hanging in there. Here comes the pitch. Can Hines deliver the first run of the game? Hit down the third base line. But it is an easy out. Baker handles the play. And Hines is thrown out. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Full count. Sisler at the plate. Gleason still in the game. These starters are going long. And it is a walk. Gladiators have a base runner on with no one out. 2 balls. Willie McCovey at the plate. Come on, hit him over. It is hit down the left field line and caught for the first out. All right, here's our chance. We still have a runner on first. 1 out. Williams at the plate. Gleason must be getting tired. Still in the game. Come on, Teddy. Time to crank one. It is hit down the first base line and turned for the double play. We head to the 9th in the playoffs. 0-0. 4 hits for the Royals. 8 hits for the Gladiators. Full count, top of the 9th. McCormick still hanging in there. Larry Walker at the plate for the Royals. Here comes the pitch. Walker hits it down the left field line, and it's an easy play for McCovey. 2 out now, 1 ball. McCovey at the plate, and we do have Tug McGraw in. Can McGraw handle McCovey? Here's the pitch. McCovey hits it, and it is snagged at second base, but dropped. A rare error by George Sisler at first base. You know what happens. Errors usually turn into runs. 2 out. Sutler's at the plate. Negro League star. Here is the hit down to short and an easy play to retire the side. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Scoreless game. Gladiators can take the win with a run. It is sudden death. Larry Walker at the plate. Papelbon in for relief for the Royals. Here comes the pitch to Walker, and Walker is going to take a walk. How fitting. All right, I like this. Walker at first. No one out. Joe Morgan at the plate. Come on, Joe. Move him over to second. Here's a hit down to center field. An easy play for the center fielder. Deep center, but not enough to move the runner. 1 out, 1 ball. Walker at first. Joe Maurer at the plate. Time to shine, Joe. Here it is. Hit down the third base line, but not enough for a double play. That's going to retire, but move Walker over to second. 2 out, 1 strike. We have Frank Baker. He's been in the game a lot. He's been one of the highlighted players. Papelbon at the plate. Here's the hit, and it's hit down to center field, deep to center field, and it is missed by the center fielder. That is a run-scoring double, and the Gladiators, with their gold, red, black uniforms, come and celebrate the hit by Baker. Hines, an error in center field. Very unlike a Paul Hines card, but we will take it, and the Gladiators take this game. Not sure where that puts us in the playoffs, but we know we're not eliminated as of yet. All right, let's load up the new game and let's check the standings of the playoffs. Still taking on Riverbend. I guess we can take a look at the latest box score and see if it's the same one. No, it's a different one. Bullet Joe Rogan against Vida Blue. Scoreless after 1. We score on a Joe Morgan home run, the top of the 2nd. Head into the 3rd, it is still 1-0 Gladiators. The Rocky Mountain Gladiators in the 4th. Larry Walker, a 2-run shot to increase the lead. In the 5th, the Gladiators King Kelly singles after a base on balls to Ashburn. Wild pitch moves the runners to second and third, and McCovey 2-run RBI, and the Gladiators take a 5-0 lead. In the 6th, the Gladiators, there it is, Frank Baker, solo home run, a 6-0 lead, and it looks like that is going to carry us to the 9th, where it is done. And the Gladiators, you saw 2 highlight wins, and we take a series lead. In fact, I think it said a 2-1. There we go. Ida Blue was the last player of the game. So a little bit of different coverage for this episode. Got to see the Gladiators in action in Gold 301 playoffs. We are in the Division Series, and those last 2 victories have given us a 2-1 lead over the Royals. So it is not an off day today. We have one more day of games coming up in this episode before we head off to the next segment. So let's take a quick look at the final standings. Where did we finish? First in the league with a 119-43 record. So we are the favorites, which usually means we don't win a championship. Hopefully, this is an exception. The Royals, we are taking on the dreaded wild card team. Ooh, I do not like to take on wild card teams, not in OOTP anyway. Maybe real life, but in OOTP, there's a lot of favoritism, in my experience, for the wild card teams. In the other division, we've got a couple teams have advanced already. Erie and Medina have advanced. And we have Zephyrhills with a 2-1 lead over Orlando. So hopefully we don't have to go 5 games. We've got one of our aces, Randy Johnson, on the mound against the perfect 100, Kevin Brown. Should be a good one. All right, our season standings. Let's take a look. Pitching-wise, 19-8 for our Brown, McCormick, Vida Blue, Randy Johnson. All of our pitchers had 15 or more wins, except Randy, who came in late in the season. Otherwise, he would have been up there as well. And in the bullpen, successful. Mort Cooper, who's probably not in his best role. He's more of a starter, but he's going to have to be a setup, maybe middle relief guy for now. And in terms of our hitters, how did they end the season? Who was our war leader? 5.1, Joe Morgan. He is a quality build-a-lineup player. You don't got him yet. You might want him for your second baseman. Richie Ashburn, Willie McCovey. Look, the top 3 war guys are all build-a-lineup players. And then Hank Aaron, another mission player. Another build-a-lineup, build-a-lineup, build-a-lineup. And then finally, the exception, a tournament edition, Frank Baker. I like this card. I'm starting to like this card more and more. He's only been in Rocky Mountain for a couple seasons after I won him in a tournament, but he's performed well. 317 average this year, 264 in Diamond, so he can play in Diamond. Fielding stats, not the best, minus ZR, but he's going to stay on the team for now. Here we have all our other stats. Our average leader looks to be Richie Ashburn with a 328. Good. I know a lot of managers don't have success with Ashburn. He's working out. Cal Ripken Jr., a 306. And our Frank Baker again, hitting 317. All right, we will be back in the next segment and see if we advance or if we get knocked out in the 5th game. Here we are for a quick update on the Sunday playoff Gold 301. The Gladiators' last series is now over, and we are on our way to the championship series. We did beat the Royals in 4 games. So we were down 1-0, and then we won our next 3. And the last game that we did win was a 9th inning 2-run shot by Larry Walker for a 2-0 win. So really tight games against the Royals. And now we face off against Orlando. And Orlando is a really good team. In the standings, they were 2nd overall in the entire league to us. We had 119 wins and they had 113. So the 2 best teams in the NC are going to face off. And in the AC, we've got the Erie Seawolves facing off against Medina Maulers. So it looks like we do have the 2 best teams in each league facing off. And that means 2 of the top 4 teams in the wild card or in the whole league will make the World Series. So one good piece of news, regardless of how we do against Orlando, we are going to be promoted up to Diamond once again. So it was a short gold stay, and we will be heading up to Diamond, hopefully with a championship. That's it for this segment. We are going with By the Blue and Randy Johnson in our first 2 games. Again, we do have a lefty favored ballpark, and we are the home team for the first 2 games, so that's good. And Orlando has a righty favored ballpark, so when we head there for games 3, 4, and 5, we will have a couple righties going. So again, doing the best I can with the matchups and the ballpark factors. I did move Mark Pryor to the bullpen as a setup, and I reduced the pitch count down from 100 to 80 because I don't want to get caught with tired starters giving up runs in the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings. So we'll see how that works out. Be back in a few seconds for an update how we're doing against Orlando. It is the last segment of the episode, and the Gladiators, last we left off, were in the semifinals up against Orlando. I have looked at this result of the semifinals already. It did go to Game 7, and in Game 7, the Gladiators were not able to pull it off, losing 2-1 to the Orlando Kingsmen. We only gave up 4 hits. We had 7 of our own, but we just couldn't scrape together that run to tie up that game. Bullet Joe Rogan was the winning pitcher. We had opportunities, and that's what makes it more disappointing. I didn't have a lefty starter ready to go in our own home ballpark, which favors lefty pitching, so I did go with Dave LaRoche as our starter out of the bullpen, and he did fairly well. He only allowed 1 run in 4 innings, and Tom Gordon came in, allowed 1 run in an inning, and then we shut him down. But as you can see, we get to the bottom of the 5th inning, we had a walk by Maurer, we had Ashburn walk, we had King Kelly walk, we had bases loaded with 1 out, and George Sisler and Willie McCovey struck out. 2 of our best lefties struck out against Joe Rogan. Then we let in our 2nd run. In the 6th inning, we got 1 back from Joe Morgan, so we were within 1. And then that bottom of the 7th, we rallied. We had Ashburn fly out, but then King Kelly singled, George Sisler singled. We had runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Willie McCovey again just didn't come through. Fly out. Ted Williams loads the bases up with a walk, and Larry Walker strikes out. Another wasted opportunity. And then in the 9th, Ashburn leads off with a single. Kelly strikes out. Aaron grounds out. Runner on second base for Cal Ripken Jr., and he grounds out. So just couldn't get that run, even though we held them to 4 hits. So that is a wrap on 2040 for the Gladiators. A disappointing loss, but we are going back up to Diamond, and that was always the goal, make our way back up to Diamond. Let's end off with a few packs, see if we can get someone that's going to help us out next season. How about one of those new perfect cards? That would make up for the disappointing loss in Game 7. If we could get a perfect card right here, I'll take any perfect just to get the points if I have to quick sell it. Did get a gold, and this one is going to be cool. Okay, my spirits are boosted up a little bit. Ramon Hernandez selling for about 7,000 perfect points. Good pull. Let's keep on rolling a few more here. And I don't think we're going to hit much. Last pack, let's go for a 90 live diamond in the bottom corner. Do we got a diamond in us today? No. All live players, 1 silver. As always, guys, I thank you for watching. We leave off the episode with the all-star selections for the Gladiators, the team photo, and your Gladiator Award winners of the year. Very successful gold year. We just didn't make it in the playoffs. Congrats to the 2 finalists. We have, again, Orlando, and we have the Erie Seawolves facing off in the championship. See you guys next episode. It is a great day for baseball. Even though we lost in Game 7 of the semifinals, still a great day for baseball. See you next time. Be kind to yourself and someone else this week. Those Game 7 losses.